This time, we are going to take a look at Tobia as he runs on the treadmill. I thought it would be interesting to post another brief running analysis video since we just went through a few weeks of looking at different phases of the running cycle. Also, this time, you guys have a back view as this information is important when doing a true running analysis. Now, to give you some backstory on this runner, he's currently pain-free at the moment as he runs. However, he has recently come off a few injuries such as pain in the left hip, then went on to having pain in the right lower leg. Now for this one, I won't be able to go into everything here, but I will point out a few things. First, let's take a look at the foot strike. Here, he presents with a forefoot strike. However, this seems to be pretty prominent on the right side versus the left. Now, this could be due to this specific view. Unfortunately, we don't have a view from the right side present to really see the difference. Now, landing more so around the forefoot could be a way to run when someone has limited ankle mobility. However, it may also be a way to redistribute loads in a way where there is more load on the calf, but less around the knee area. This may clue in on some compensatory strategies present, but much more information is needed to really justify that assumption. Now, some people may try to change this asymmetry right away. However, I would not blindly put this as a priority. This is because asymmetry is not inherently bad, as it may be a way for him to help him cope with limited tolerance to pressure on the leg and continue running. Now, before changing the gait pattern, it is important to get a better understanding of the runner. This is because if this is due to decreased tolerance to loading through the knee, it may be more important to first work on improving resilience and strength in the knee to improve that. Now, since we don't do this too often on my videos and posts here, let's take a look at the back view. Here, you can appreciate movement from a different perspective. You can appreciate the arm swing in a different manner. You can see that the left arm seems to be out more when compared to the right side. While this is not necessarily bad, or may be due to anything significant, it may clue in on history of limited tolerance loading through the right leg as he runs, which is actually the case here. Now, another thing we could point out here is at the legs. Here you can see some crossing of the right foot past the midline of the body. Landing this way could shift forces more so onto the side of the right leg and may have contributed to pain in that area. If the leg crosses over excessively, forces may be generated more side to side and may lose out on force output. Overall, while it is great that this runner is currently able to run with no limitations from pain, he may present with old habits from compensation or coping from a history of previous injuries. While I would not consider this to be a top priority, he could try tweaking his running pattern, such as limiting the leg crossover as I mentioned earlier. This can be a gradual progression to allow the body to adapt to these changes. This could be beneficial as this will allow the runner to be able to tolerate more movement strategies to allow him to move in different ways that may be best for whatever situation he may be in. And that's all for this quick analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Now there could be plenty more to talk about, so feel free to discuss other aspects of his running as well as your thoughts. And as always, thank you for watching.